guys, so today I am redoing a tag video that I did over a year ago, and I made it myself, and I am just cringing at how bad it was. And that is the Paramore song book tag, but this is the 2.0 version, which has totally different questions, totally different answers, and so I'm just gonna get started, and I'm just going to just tell you everything.
Maybe it's been years since I genuinely smiled.
Tell me it's okay, and I am going to pick a character that basically I think deserves to be happy, that deserves happiness, and that person that I decided to choose is Nico D'Angelo from the Percy Jackson series and the Heroes of Olympus series, because he is just cut out of everything that he should have deserved. You know, he deserved happiness, he deserved to have a family, but in this series he loses the only person he considers family, and his dad won't even give him the time of day because he is a god. So I do think that he should deserve happiness no matter what. And I know I'm biased towards him because I love him so much, but Nico D'Angelo is just a little cinnamon roll that deserves happiness. Brick by Boring Brick, and it's pick a fairy tale retelling. So I obviously had to go with A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury, both by Sarah J. Maas. This one is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and this one I think is the retelling of Hades and Persephone. And I like retellings so much. I literally had a few to choose from, and you probably were just like, well, Olivia, your main retelling would have been Cinder, or Scarlet, or Crest, or Winter, or Fairest, or whatever you can think of. And I'm just like, no, I'm going with Akamath and Akatar because I'm obsessed. Brighter, which is basically a character who has been through a big experience and has come out on top. Now, when I was picking these, I accidentally skipped this question, and I totally forgot to pick a book for this, but then I picked it the second time when I was going through it, and I decided to pick the Pevensey Children from the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and Prince Caspian and Voyager Dawn Treader, because I think that they did come on top. Like, they pretty much were the underdogs ever in this story, because they just came into this land without knowing anything, and then, you know, they fought this evil queen, and then they actually, like, got to be kings and queens of Narnia, and that definitely is coming out on top, in my opinion. Interlude, moving on, a book or series that you can't move on from, and we all know my answer for this, because it's the name of my channel, and that is the Maximum Ride series by James Patterson. And if you've seen my reactions to this series, then you know that I will tell you that this series is one that I cannot move on from, because I will reread this story to the end of my days. I will read this book to my children. I will read their bedtime story because I love it so much. And
I'm moving on.
In the Morning, which is basically a book that made you cry, and I'm going to use this example, and that is Maximum Ride Forever by James Patterson. And I am choosing this because when I was reading this, like, so close to the ending, I was tearing up, not only because what was happening and the book was sad, but because this is the last Maximum Ride I'll ever get, and I need Maximum Ride in my life. And, you know, this ending was like my childhood ending in a way, because I was ending high school, and I was going to college, and this book signified that I wasn't going to be a child anymore. So I was very upset, and I was sad, but anyway, this is the one I chose for In the Morning, and I don't know if anybody else cried while reading this book, but I did. That's what you get. Basically, a book adaptation that you didn't like. Now, this is one of the questions that I kept from that video from before, so if you want to check that out. I will link it down there. I'm going to change my answer from last time, because last time I answered Percy Jackson and the Olympian's the Lightning Thief, but I have a new adaptation that I hate so much, and I don't know if anybody knows. I've talked about this a few times on this channel, and that is Shadowhunters TV show, which is the adaptation of this Mortal Instruments series, and I have no words for this series. No words. Because, guys, they screwed up this whole series. I don't know how they're going to make the second season based off of City of Ashes, because they spoiled a whole ton of this series in the first season, and I'm like, but how are you gonna make this work in that? And I lost all faith in this series. I was watching halfway through and I'm like, I lost all faith. And you know, part of me wanted to like this series, part of me wanted to like it, but you know, I just couldn't stand the changes that they made to the world, to the people that we love in this series. But you know, and Emma Books has said it a bunch of times in her reviews of each episode, and I just don't understand why they had to make it the way they did. This series really was like, it was a good series. I love the series. But, you know, the TV show, no thanks. Here we go again. A plot, or a plot twist that you've basically seen in other books, that you've read in like so many of them. That didn't make any sense. I'm just gonna go with this one because this is the most recent one that I could think of. Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. And the ending, I'm not gonna spoil the ending, because the ending, it's kind of, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read this book, but you probably all have read this. Ending, let's just say someone gives themselves over to the other side. See, I saw it coming, and I think I saw it in the Maze Runner, and I saw it in all these different books, and I'm just like, well, it's gonna happen. So why? And the last question is Daydreaming, which is a book series that you wish would become an adaptation, whether it be TV or movie. And I'm kind of cheating with this one because I have seen that this is going to become a TV show, but you know, hasn't been acted on before. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. And so they were supposed to make this series a TV show. I saw it on her Twitter maybe half a year ago, and she said it was going to become a TV show, and I was like, okay. But I haven't heard anything on casting, on locations, on anything. I definitely do believe that it could become a TV show, and a very good one if people decide to pick up the series. Okay, so that was the ending of all the questions and all my answers. So now I'm going to tag people. So I'm going to tag Tulip Swift. She is a Paramore fan like me, and I love her videos, so I would go check her out. I'll put her down there. I will also tag Demigods or Dauntless. I'll put her down below as well. And then I will tag Federica from Serial Reader 14 because she's one of my Twitter buddies. And then I will also tag Selina's Shelf. Selina, yeah. So yes, that was the Paramore book tag 2.0, and I hope you enjoyed. My name is Olivia, you're on Bookish Bird Kids 9 channel, and I hope to see you soon with another video. Bye!